I love Ridin Durty Radio. Yo. Vic XL. Man, just like that, once again, it's on.
And just like that, once again, it's on. What's up, world? It's your boy, Vic XL. And you know how we do. This is the world-renowned, the Ridin Durty podcast, the Ridin Durty show, where we bridge the gap between hip-hop and everyday life, giving you what's new and next, but we're giving it to you right now. That's right. We're setting trends, not following the trends of others. Gotta say one time for all the people jumping on Facebook Live. Gotta say one time to WRFG 89.3 FM. And I gotta say one time to BeatBreakRadioFM.com. All right. Now, let's jump right into it, man. I got a great guest on the line. Represent Louisville, Kentucky. On the line, we got my man, Mr. Hinype. What's going on, my G?
What's poppin'? What's going on with y'all? Y'all doing?
Man, trying to maintain, trying to definitely take it to the next level. How about you?
Oh, yeah, same here, man. Always, every day, just got to learn to put God first, man. Everything be straight.
All right, now, I always like to take our fans, like, in a walk in the life of the artist. So the first thing I got to ask you, you're from Louisville, Kentucky. When did you realize you had a talent for music, and what made you want to do music?
Well, I realized I had a talent for music when I was 9 years old, but I never really thought of, like, how I could push it further. But I really pushed this whole music thing when I was 19, actually 18, before my 19th birthday, you know what I'm saying, a couple years ago. Like, in March 2017, I realized I wanted to do this, you know what I'm saying? And what pushed me to do this artistry, I studied a lot of artists from Jeezy to Ludacris to T.I., and then just from Migos. And I actually opened up for them one time, too, back in 2014, so it was a pretty dope experience.
All right, now, being young, being so young, how obtainable did the dream of pursuing music seem to you, especially being at a young age? Because I know the funds had to be kind of low when you're young.
Yeah. The thing was, I actually grew up watching 106 in Park, and they used to do those rap city in the basements. And I would always watch those, whether I was at the barbershop or at the house of my dad or at the house of my mom. I would always watch those rappers go in there, and I used to be like, hey, I want to do the same thing they do. You know what I'm saying? I want to try the same raps they do and go in that same booth and just, you know, just spit fire all the time. And that's what sparked the dream right there.
All right, that's definitely what's up. I don't hear a lot of people pay homage to the basement and, you know, things like 106 in Park. So it definitely lets me know that you're a student of the game. All right, now, how hard is it, or what is it like growing up in Kentucky when it comes to pursuing music? Are there a lot of opportunities out there?
Very slim to none, but there's some you just have to, like, basically just keep your eyes open sometimes, find the right crowd you want to reach. You know, find some folks that'll support you because, you know, we all just trying to look for that right support. And sometimes it's hard to get that support, but once you run into the right person that can push you further and they got, like, connections to the game, you'll be all right.
All right, now, let's talk a little bit about a team. Because the one thing I know, you cannot take your music career to the next level without a proper team. What's it like for you, and what was the process like when it came to building your team, or where are you at right now when it comes to building your supporting cast for your career?
Well, actually, you know, I'm working on finding more members, but, you know, normally I just run with a few cats. You know, I had an out-of-town homie by the name of Yop. YOPP. He's from Detroit. Actually, I linked up with him. He's actually helped put me around the circle of some of his artists, and we got the collab. And he would put the together things every month on a Saturday night called Cyber Saturday, and we just usually go up there and he would have many interviews. We'd tell people about ourselves, and then we get on the mic, spit freestyles, and we just, you know what I'm saying, we are just a group of networking with people. And also run with, shout out to the big homie, it's the big sis, Sasha Renee. I connected with her and the Louisville Vibe open mic series. Weekly open mic that happens in Louisville, Kentucky every Thursday night. And I would just, link with her, and I've been with her for 2 years, and we just seen the city move with so many artists. Especially with me networking with her, and my first time being a hype man back at A3C in Atlanta past October. And yeah, so it's really, it's just about getting out there networking, and like you said, finding the proper team and finding some people to push you.
All right, now, tell me about that name, Hinype. How did that name come about, and what does that name mean?
All right, so at first it was Young Hype back in high school. I was a young kid in school. He was a straight A making kid, I was straight 4.0 at least almost every semester, but I was always hyper. I would come to school, that morning energy, because I'd be tired or I'd stay up so late, and next day walking to school, all the energy converging, going in there rapping in front of my peers. And that was the name at first, Young Hype. But the name got adopted to Hinype, I say late 2017, I was riding in the car with my homie who was on the north side of town. He was like, bro, why don't you just change your name to Hinype, man? Boom, ever since then, that name has been adopted. And the meaning behind Hinype is hyper, intelligent, nice young person with energy.
All right. It's always dope that the name means something. All right, now, you mentioned your peers. You mentioned some of the people that you grew up studying, and, some of the people that you definitely feel like help you pursue music and push it to the next level. Out of all those artists that you mentioned, which artists do you favor, and who would you pattern your sound after, if any?
Wow, that's a tough one. Like I said, I listen to a lot of T.I.'s music, from Urban Legend all the way up to, the Heavy as the Head and Paperwork. I got an outreach of a positive voice like he has, what I'm saying, as of now. But most of all, I like this other artist by the name of Lecrae, what I'm saying? She shares the light on the game, and just like people like Chance the Rapper inspire me as well. And, because they got the positive outlook, that's trying to be a helping hand to that city, and spreading the positive light on the hip hop game, and it has a different versatile type of style,
All right, now, right now hip hop is always every day on front page. I want to ask you about a couple of things that's definitely going on in the news. First of all, how did the death of Nipsey Hussle affect you?
Man, it was touching, man. As soon as that time, that hour I heard about Nipsey Hussle pass, I'm like, nah, man, because, a lot of the internet, they'll just make up lies. And I'm like, nah, this is for real. And, what I'm saying? His first actual album I heard actually got me through my junior year of high school, and it was Mailbox Money. I used to listen to that every morning on the bus ride. Every song of his got me hype on the bus, man. Just because I'm like, this man is speaking about some realness. His flow matches the beat patterns. Everything is it's all him. He got that outlook and voice, and he's he wanted to change the game. He was a woke individual, and he was just doing his part of waking other individuals up in this country, what I'm saying? And yeah, man, R.I.P. to Nip, man. His legacy will forever live on.
Okay, now, staying on the subject of Nipsey Hussle, in the headlines for the past 2 weeks have been basically the T.I. and the Kodak Black situation. What's your perspective on that situation?
Well, basically, Kodak has said some things, the internet got it mixed up about him saying, he was disrespecting, but all he was saying, he gave his condolences to Nipsey Hussle, he was giving his pinpoint on it, and then with him and T.I. going back and forth, my thing about it was, I don't really know what the size was about, but you know, just a lot of artists had, like, seen his side, like, saying stuff like he's out of pocket, but, like, versus the Kodak, he was just like, nah, I'm just, you know, just spreading my opinion, you know what I'm saying, no disrespect intended. So I really can't say what the pinpoints are for real, you know what I'm saying, as much as from the situation, but, you know, I got respect for both of those artists, T.I. and Kodak Black, man, you know what I'm saying, they both, like, got the flows and the different styles and energy that can change the game, so, you know.
All right, that's definitely what's up. All right, let's talk about yourself again. Being so young, what impact do you want to leave on the music scene?
You know, I want to leave an impact that, like, just has people that has an open mind and just, like, a woken outlook on our society, like, and just for everybody that's been through tough times and that struggle with insecurity, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't ever let no one else depict who you are, you know what I'm saying? Don't listen to anyone's opinions. You be you at the end of the day. Be how God created you. You know what I'm saying? He created everyone with a purpose, a calling, and also created them different from the other person. So you try to be the person that you're designed to be. You can't be like that next person. Because, like, in the world's eyes, you'll never be enough for that one person, you know what I'm saying? And just do what makes you happy at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Work on paying it forward and, you know, everybody just have a good time doing what they love, you know what I'm saying? And being positive and showing peace and love.
All right, that's definitely what's up. That's definitely what's up. So, all right, being in the age of social media and the internet is at an all-time high. You got people becoming stars based off the internet alone. How has the internet affected your career?
Wow, you know, actually, for the last couple of years, I did a few interviews, but I've never seen myself really with that much of a growth for reals because, like I said, I've been having just a bunch of lazy time of investing, but I actually found the gold in the mine and started investing more and more, and I still got more work to do, but the internet has, like, really affected me very well with the growth, like, you know, with people like, shout out to K Forbes, who was, you know, helping me get my Instagram numbers up. But then, like, you know what I'm saying, a couple of months ago, like, my other Instagram page was having a lot of feedback from everybody, and then it just, like, randomly got hacked one morning. And it was crazy. So I started a new page, and I'm getting very good, you know, results off that one. Just got to work on posting more and, you know, finding my crowd and doing more investments. But once again, shout out to Sasha Renee, because she's helping me grow as well. You know what I'm saying? I performed with her a few times, you know what I'm saying? I'm a proud hype man, I'm a rapper, I'm an actor, I do it all, so I'm trying to find different avenues as well.
Okay, that's definitely what's up. Young man with ambition. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this record we're going to play, Drip. Let me know who produced it and what's the concept behind it.
All right, so shout out to the homie Trey from the Ville, you know what I'm saying? And his name goes by L.A. space Tray, Latrey. And the session was recorded by the homie Teddy, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Teddy, fuck it up one time for that session. And yeah, so this song's all about, you know, just stepping out with some drip, you know what I'm saying? You scrape some cash together or whatever, and however you get your drip, just be confident in your swag, your style, don't let nobody change it, man.
All right. Now, when I listen to your music, it's not traditional bar for bar rap. There's a lot of harmony in it. Explain your sound to the people.
Yeah, like I said, I actually listen to a lot of Tory Lanez here on the low and Bryson Tiller music too. So I try to like study the harmonies of the voice. But then again, you know, I throw in a little bit of the auto-tune in there as well and try to swag it in a way that makes it sound different, you know.
All right. That's definitely what's up. So, look, before I have you introduce the song, number one, I got to say I appreciate you coming on the show. I appreciate your patience through our technical difficulties. Secondly, let the world know how to find you when it comes to the World Wide Web, whether it's social media, SoundCloud, YouTube. Let the people know how to find Hinype.
Okay, most definitely, man. And shout out to you for giving me the time to come on here to the show and explain myself to the masses, man. Big ups to you. Y'all can find me on my Instagram at HINYPE P3 Music, and that's all together. No spaces, no underscores, no none of that. Y'all can find me on Facebook at Hinype. That's my fan page. And y'all can also add my personal page at Hinype space PENCE. And y'all can also find me on YouTube. Just type in the name Hinype. And I got a couple visuals on there. My first visual, Thankful. My second visual, Freedom. Y'all can also follow me on Snapchat. And that's at YUNG.HYPELOU. And y'all can also subscribe and check out my family page at https://fanlink.to/HINYPE music, and that's all together.
All right. Now, do me one big favor and introduce.
Yes, sir.
And introduce this record to the world.
All right. So what's up, world? The name is Hinype, man. Y'all about to experience something new with my new single called Drip. They can't take my sauce, baby. Let's get it. Live on Ridin Durty Radio. You feel me?
Appreciate it, my G.
No problem, G.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was my man Hinype representing that Louisville, Kentucky. Y'all definitely make sure y'all follow him on Instagram, Twitter, or whenever you see Hinype, the name pop up. Definitely support that dude. Definitely out in the trenches doing his thing. All right, it's your boy Vic XL. This is the Ridin Durty Show, the Ridin Durty Podcast. We bridge the gap between hip hop and everyday life. We'll see you guys in the AM for another edition of The Duel. Y'all have a good night.